Howdy, folks. This is the Solo Gamer back again, picking up right where we left off last time with Fear 2 Reborn. And last time, Paxton Fettle's back, and he's promised to show us something. If I wasn't currently playing as a mindless, brain-drained clone trooper. Whoa, what the? Alma apparently doesn't want me working with Fettel. Screw you too. But yeah, if I wasn't a brain-drained clone, just basically dancing to Fettel's fife, I'd be questioning this. Bite me, Alma. Oh no. It is them. You know, I knew something had to be up. I mentioned it in earlier videos that these insane, like, crazy people that are showing up now, well, they actually... This gets worse in the third game. Like, they actively go, like, full feral, and it spreads to the regular population. Like, no joke, there gets to a point in the third game where the cities are emptying all out because they're all going crazy and turning into cultists for Alma. Lock this crap down, and fast, before this gets any worse. I just nuked myself in a panic, but thankfully, armor nearby. Yeah. The less of those we have to deal with, the absolute better. Like, no joke of any kind. Just want nothing to do with these freaks. Yeah, you turn into goo. No idea where I'm supposed to go, and no idea what I'm looking for. But the less of those things around, the better. Hello. Revenant. Seriously. I'm mad dumping this guy and he's not dying. There we go. Holy hell. Seriously, those things were bad enough before. Now there's more of them. Let's hope I'm getting out of here soon. The previous games gave me a major trust issue when it came to sewers. Basically underground in general, but yeah. No, this is... Yeah. This is Revenant territory, and I am not having it. This is Revenant territory. This is Dead Guy territory. Yeah, no, I am not having none of that. All your legs are gone. Do not come back. Do not pass go. Do not collect your unemployment insurance. Yeah, I'm guessing I'm in bad situation. Oh, of course I am, because you're here too. See what I'm talking about? It's like, seriously. It's like it was bad enough when it was just the troopers. It was worse still when it was just the freaks. And then you added ghosts, and then you added the undead. At some point or another, I'm gonna start questioning whether I should stick around. I feel like I should just be looking to get on my way. Not hanging around, not sticking with it. I think that's lockdown achieved. And let's get the absolute utter hell out of here. Well, I think that is an indication that I'm not wanted. I get the impression that Alma and Fedor are at odds, which I theorized in previous games, was that as Alma's power shifts and changes, Fedor is sort of absorbing parts of her power that she isn't able to control anymore. And a part of me wonders if that's why she's so upset about him controlling this clone trooper. Because he knows he intends to use it to get a body and then come back.
It is almost time.
Dude, I do not know what you're on about. I am seriously not digging this. Alright, fine. Congratulations. Your reward is death.
We need a medic. Move, move. Requesting backup.
Requesting backup. Pop goes the weasel. Seriously. This has got to be like I think I mentioned this in my regular playthrough, but like this is just straight up a Barrett. Like, this is just a 50 cap. Like the way it shreds through them, it's got to be it. Not there. Problem solved. I would say that we are victorious, if not perhaps a little worse for wear. Seriously, how many of you idiots do I gotta kill? Armor restored. Still plenty of sniper ammo. Let's refresh our armaments. Okay. You're nearly at the crater. The voice urges you on. Soon you will find the answers you seek. I don't know that any answer I get is going to give me any satisfaction, because this is insanity. But, okay. Oh, them stealth screwballs are back again. Do you think I really didn't see you? Really? Ah. I see you. Oh, they actually run? I've always killed them so fast, I've never noticed that. You hit them with the thunder and they'll run. So much for your light bending camo. How many of these things were there? I know that they had less of them than the regular troopers, purely because the regular troopers were easier to make. They didn't require any specialization. Firepower. Much more firepower than this. Not happening, buddy boy. Well, that seems to have been highly successful. Ooh, laser. I like laser. Laser is good. It's also very, very versatile. You can basically use it on anything, and as long as you keep the beam locked on, it's pretty much a 1 or 2 second kill. Does go through ammo very quickly though. still, like, I think this entire DLC can be torn through in a couple of hours, and it wasn't expensive. Like, I remember it being like $5. They weren't selling it to make money.
Exhibiting behavior similar to the others. Negative, Command. 813 does not seem impaired. Foxtrot 813 is approaching ground zero. Move to intercept. Get out.
That sound anywhere. Yep, that did the trick. Like I said, lasers immensely powerful. If you've got a solid line of sight and can keep the beam on them, it more or less just turns them to dust. Isn't without limitations, but you can, lack of a better word, you can basically laser your way through most any fight until the ammo depletes. And to be fair, like, that is a big thing in this game, is like the better weapons are naturally limited on ammo because otherwise they'd make the game too simple. Reload the hammerhead. Reload the laser. Ow. 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 There he is. These are ghosts, specters, phantasms. Does he need this kind of energy to take over a body? Or are these just the psychic essence of these things left behind? I don't know for sure, but something tells me this doesn't end
very close now.
over from his cell back in Fear 1. Full circle. That was weird. No audio on that. Wonder if that's a glitch in the game. Wouldn't be the first time, for what it's worth. Oh, yeah, no, it just didn't have audio. Alright. We'll let the credits roll and discuss. So, for lack of a better term, Reborn was done as a quick little follow-on just so they could link Fear 2 to Fear 3. And Fear 3, of course, would be the finale, which, if I'm being honest, I thought it was a good game, but I can understand why a lot of the traditional Fear fans did not like it. It definitely departed from what was standardized at the time. I get that. I still feel like they did a good job with it, and I feel like it does answer a lot of questions. I do feel its weakest part is its finale. The end of Fear 3 is arguably one of the worst designed, worst built levels I've ever seen, because they try to really throw you into a horror situation, but they do it in a way that makes the game just a chore to play. And I'll get to that when we get there. But the Reborn was just so they could link it together. And I mean, it's a decent little add-on, a couple of hours worth of extra gameplay, some really good set pieces, and a couple of really intense fights, but end of the day, it really only existed to be a stepping stone to Fear 3. And that's kind of sad. I mean, you think about it, they could have extended this game way farther. They could have added a whole new story with Fetto. They could have gone and done other Delta Force troops in the area. They could have had you play as an Armacan security agent trying to deal with almost supernatural BS. Pardon. Well, as I've mentioned before, I live in a desert. One of the downsides of living in a desert, you gotta keep hydrated constantly. The worst part of it as well, due to your throat. You keep hydrated, your throat is kept moisturized, and the dust and stuff doesn't aggravate it as bad as it would. But if you get dried out, it gets worse and worse and worse, and like if you don't hydrate, it becomes impossible to swallow in the long term. The same thing will happen if you don't eat for an extended period of time, as your body begins to consume itself to maintain it. But food, you can go 10 days without food. You can go maybe 48 hours without water before it starts to have severe detrimental effects. I know, it's like, how does this guy know all this? Well, I was involved in a lot of the scouting and high adventure crud as a kid, and you learned a trick or two back then. Nothing fancy, nothing special, but one thing they did teach you in the survival training course was the importance of making sure you have plenty of water and the ability to purify standing or still water wherever you go. Now, running water, especially if you can get it from a downward falling source, safe. You can usually drink it straight out. Probably won't taste good, but you can usually drink it straight out. But anyway, so we're done here for Fear 2. Officially, completely. Fear 2 is over. So now we can do Fear 3, pick up where I left off on that game, and go forward from there. But yeah, Fear 2, and to a lesser extent, to to a lesser extent Reborn, are excellent games. I recommend if you get them on PC, you have a decent controller, or you're comfortable playing mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard's easiest. Me, I'm a controller guy. I gotta do controller. I don't usually play mouse and keyboard otherwise. But there are controller settings for Fear that are very effective, and they work really well. Takes a little getting used to. The multiplayer, as far as I know, is long dead, so don't even bother. But the single player is still phenomenal. So, anyway, we're wrapping it up here. I am the Solo Gamer, and if you need me, I'll be back with Fear 3. It's been great showing you Fear, the expansions, Fear 2 and its DLC. But now we approach the grand finale, Fear 3, the end of the era. And in my opinion, the point at which Warner Brothers started its gaming decline. From which, honestly, I don't feel like they ever recovered. But anyway, I will see you next time. I'm Solo Gamer, out.